Hey guys, welcome to this week's taste test video. So we only have a few items to try. So we decided to do a Q&A along with the taste test video in here. So you guys left me questions on my haul video, so we're gonna be answering those kind of like when we're in the middle of trying stuff, we'll answer like a question here or there. So let's get into it. First item that we're gonna try is not new, but it's the cinnamon crumb coffee cake. This is the one that you bake yourself. They have one that's already prepared, which I should have bought that so I could have compared the two. But I might buy that one next week so I can compare like which one's better. So I baked this up this morning. And then let's dig in, let's give it a try.
I usually like coffee cake. So I better not be disappointed.
Yeah.
The sugar's good, let me get some cake. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too, but it's not like my favorite. I personally liked the gluten-free cinnamon muffins that we tried. I think those were better than this.
Really?
What do you think?
I like this probably
You
better.
like this one? Okay, so I mean it's good. I just don't think it's anything amazing, but Brent really likes it. And it tastes like a cinnamon crumb cake, so you can't really go wrong with that. But like I said, I am curious to see if this one's any better than the pre-made one. So I'll buy that one next week. I'll compare the two. But yeah, so let's get into our first question. This was asked a couple of times. So it says, where did we meet and how long have we been married for?
Where do we meet and how long have we been married for?
So I'll give you the where did we meet, because I'm not going to put you on the spot and remember how long we've been married for.
Where did we meet? We met at high school.
Yes, yeah. We are high school sweethearts. We met there in high school. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, so we've known each other since we were 16 years old.
Yep.
We're 33 now, so a long time. And then how long have we been married for? Oh, I'll answer that one.
You go ahead.
We've been married for 8 years. He counted 9 when I asked him earlier, but that is true. No, you are right though, because our anniversary this year will be 9 years. Okay. But our anniversary isn't until November, so we've been married 8 years right now, but it will be 9 years come our anniversary. So. See,
I was close.
Yes, you were. I'll give it to you. Okay, so the next item that we're gonna try is the mini banana bread biscotti with walnuts. So I don't know if we've ever even had biscotti before. Usually like some people like to eat this with like coffee in the morning. They kind of pair it with that. So I don't really know if, we're not gonna really know what to compare this to because we've never had it before, but I like banana bread, so.
Looks like
yeah, it's
overcooked cookie.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, that's what biscotti is. I think it's like double baked is what biscotti is. Oh.
It's very dry.
Yeah.
The banana flavor, I think, is perfect as far as the right amount. But it's very hard and dry. Yeah, but I think that's, I mean, that's what biscotti is. So if you like biscotti and you like banana bread, then I think you'll absolutely love this. The banana bread flavor is amazing. It's strong. You definitely pick it up. It tastes like you're eating banana bread, but biscotti, because banana bread's obviously much softer and stuff. I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of the biscotti. Like it's too crunchy and hard for me. Like I would just prefer to eat banana bread personally. But if you like biscotti and like I said, you like banana bread, then I think you will really enjoy this. Okay, so the next question is, what do you do for a living? What do I do for a living?
Yeah.
Well, I am a BMW technician. I've been doing it for, what, since 2008? So, 2009.
Is that when you became a technician?
When I officially became a technician as a master tech, it was in 2009.
2009? Oh, okay, because I know you worked there before you were like the technician when you were going to school and stuff. So.
I was doing that, and I was also kind of a mechanic beforehand at other places. But for BMW as a master tech, 2009.
Okay. We also got a question about what I did as a living before kids, because right now I'm a stay-at-home mom. So what I did was medical billing. We did that in California. That was another question. We are born and raised in Southern California, and then we moved to Tennessee for our honeymoon. Actually, our honeymoon was driving to Tennessee to live here. We got married, and then that weekend we drove to Tennessee to move here. So, and then I did medical billing in Tennessee too, in Nashville, before Tristan came along. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so the final item that we have to try are these Korean spicy stir-fried rice cakes. So it does give you air fryer instructions on here, or you can do the skillet. So of course I opted for the air fryer, but you do have to make the sauce in a separate pan on the stove with 1 cup of water. And then once they're done in the air fryer, you just toss them in the sauce. So let's dig in. There was a lot of sauce too. I didn't even add it all in here. I don't know if like my sauce didn't thicken up enough or what, but
it looks weird. It looks like cheese.
Yeah, Brent was like, what are you making? Like he had no idea. So that's kind of what they look like.
Yep, nope.
Nope, not for you.
Nope.
Let's see if I like them.
I'm not eating rubber.
Okay, so I've never had rice cakes before. So I don't know if this is how it's supposed to taste. I'm not a fan of what the rice cake, the texture of it. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. The sauce, I actually think is really good. It is spicy though, so you're gonna have to like spice because it definitely is definitely up there in the spice level. And I love the sauce. I just wasn't a fan of the actual rice cake, the consistency of it. It kind of just, the texture really threw me off. And you did not like it at all either,
Oh no,
right?
I spit that out quick.
Yeah, what do you think of the sauce?
The sauce is good.
Yeah, I would add the sauce to like a stir fry. I think that's actually really good. If you like rice cakes, if that's kind of your thing and texture isn't like really big, you're not really big on texture stuff. It's kind of like the mochi texture a little bit. It's like really soft and like kind of rubbery is the texture.
Yes.
So if you don't mind that type of thing and you like spice, you want to give it a try, go for it. Like I said, the flavor is there. I'm just not a fan of the rice cakes. So
what's weird about it too is each individual piece is kind of big. And for that texture and that rubber, like it's hard to chew. It's very chewy.
Very chewy, yeah.
And so if you put the whole thing in your mouth, it's too much. And then biting in half is hard. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It's very strange.
Yeah, so I don't know, kind of up to you, but we definitely would pass on this item.
Yeah.
We wouldn't get it again. But speaking of spicy, we got a question about that. Somebody asked, since we like so much spicy food, do our kids also like spicy food? And if so, and if not, do I have to make them separate meals? And also kind of going in with that, do I make separate meals for Tristan because of all his food allergies? So the answer to that question is Lakeland actually does like spicy food, and Tristan, not only is he allergic to pretty much everything, he also is extremely picky. So he does not like any type of spice. Like he thinks ketchup is spicy. Like he won't eat barbecue sauce. He won't do ketchup, nothing. Yeah. So it's kind of like half and half of what I do for meals. If the meal is gluten-free and he can have it, then we'll eat the whole meal as a family. I do that like probably 3 nights a week. Like tacos is a big hit. Everyone loves tacos, but even with tacos, before I add the taco seasoning to the meat, I have to remove some for Tristan without the taco seasoning because he won't eat it. But Lakeland will eat it. She'll eat it with anything. She does not care. She'll eat anything. And then other nights, if it's not gluten-free or it's too spicy for him, I'll just make him a separate meal that's completely allergy-friendly for him. And Lakeland always has the option. She can either eat what Tristan's eating or she can eat what we're eating. And like I said, she's not picky, so she kind of just picks what she wants to eat that night. Since we're talking about allergies, we got a couple questions about that. So they wanted to know, like, is Tristan the only one allergic to food? And if so, what is he allergic to? And kind of how did we find out that he's allergic to the foods that he is? So Tristan is the only one with food allergies in the family. Us and then Lakeland, we don't have any food allergies. Tristan is the only one. Eggs and peanuts he's actually allergic to, and those ones were the easiest to find out because eggs, he had an immediate reaction. One day when he was 2 years old, I asked him to throw away some eggshells. We were baking a cake and he touched obviously like the eggshells and he completely like had an allergic reaction. He
broke out a rash.
Yeah.
Really bad rash.
It like went up to his neck and it was an allergic reaction. We gave him Benadryl, he was fine. We didn't have to like take him to the emergency room or anything. But we did schedule the allergist appointment and they tested for egg. They did like the back scratch test, and then they also decided to throw in peanuts in there because kids usually are allergic to peanuts. So he's never had an allergic reaction to peanuts. We just found out he was allergic because the allergist tested him for that. So that was the easiest, honestly, to find. Gluten is a whole long story. We're not going to probably go into it because it was months and months of him having severe reaction, and we didn't know what was causing it. He had multiple tests done, MRIs, like he'd had everything done and no one can figure out what was going on with him. So that's like a whole nother story.
But on that note, during that process of him being allergic to gluten, and we didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't
He
know.
was throwing up a lot. Like it was a hard time with Tristan. Like he threw up every single day.
Yeah, it was.
And we couldn't figure out why.
It was every single day. That's why they ordered MRIs. They ordered everything. Yeah. They finally referred us to the GI doctor, and he just gave him a diagnosis of stomach migraines, and he put him on 2 medications. And thankfully, those medications subsided his symptoms, and he was able to keep food down, and it helped. So we kind of just moved forward with that. And gluten actually wasn't even like a factor in it. He did test for celiac disease, and he doesn't have celiac disease, so he's technically not allergic. But my mom was the one who suggested, well, why don't you try cutting out gluten? And I brought it up to his GI doctor, and he said, yeah, I mean, you can try it. He's like, go a couple of weeks without it and then reintroduce it and see how he does. So that's what we did, and he did have an immediate reaction once we gave it to him. We took it away for about 2 weeks. We gave him something with gluten, and he did have an immediate reaction. Yeah. So that's kind of was our indicator, was like, okay, he's allergic to gluten. We need to stop giving it to him. And so ever since we stopped giving him gluten, we were able to completely wean him off the medication that he was on due to the stomach migraine. So he was only on those for I think 3 or 4 months. And then I noticed that he wasn't like having any symptoms once we took the gluten away. Because even with the pills, he still would have symptoms every now and then, every like once a week maybe. So I honestly don't even think he ever had stomach migraines. I think it was gluten the whole time. Like I said, he's not on any medication anymore, and just, you know, fixing his diet has really helped all his symptoms. But yeah, that's kind of the story for Tristan, and hopefully he'll outgrow some of this. We still test for eggs every year, hoping that he'll outgrow that, and gluten he can outgrow too. Once he's a little bit older and able to tell us really how it affects his body, because he's so little now, he's kind of just like, my stomach hurts, and we don't know where and all that stuff. So when he's a little bit older, he can try reintroducing it if he wants, and he can kind of be the determined factor if he wants to eat it or not. So, but for now, it's really working, and it really helped to get him off that medication.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so we did get a question if we homeschooled the kids, and no, we don't. Tristan just started kindergarten this past year, so this was his first time like in school. He's completely in school. We love our local school. They're really great. And then Lakeland is in preschool. She does preschool a couple days a week, and then she also does therapy a couple of days a week too, because she has autism. So she gets all her therapies in preschool actually, and in her therapy as well too. So it's really great. She has just done so amazing with the setting and playing with the other kids at school, and she's just done so great. And then yeah, Tristan's doing really good in kindergarten too.
Yeah, he is. We're very proud of both our kids. They're doing very good in school.
Yeah, I wish. I was funny because I was just telling my friend the other day when she came over, I wish I could homeschool the kids. I think it's so beneficial. Like they can learn at their own pace and everything. It's just, I don't have it in me. Like I cannot homeschool the kids.
Right.
Okay, so the last question that we're gonna answer today, and this one was fun, Trader Joe's related. What is our 3 favorite snacks at Trader Joe's?
3 favorite snacks.
Yeah, so I'll go first. You can kind of think. Okay. So I'm gonna say, oh, and it said it like snacks of any time too. So this first item they don't have out right now. It came out last year, and I really hope that it comes back out this year because it was so good. It was the seasoned popcorn that we had last year. I'll insert a picture of it. Me and the kids absolutely loved that stuff. It had like all the different flavors in it. It had like the smoky, the barbecue. It had everything. It was so good, and I cannot wait. They better come out with that again this year because I'll be really sad if they don't. And then I'll say the pickled dill pickle chips, one of my favorites as well too, came out last year. That is going to be an all-time favorite of mine. And then lastly, I would say the Sublime ice cream sandwiches. Those have just been a staple for so long. They are so good. Yeah, so I would say those are my top 3.
What was the third one? Sublime? What?
Yeah, that's what they're called, the Sublime ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, the ice cream
with the chocolate
sandwiches.
chips around it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, it's hard for me. I think my number 1 pick right now, you got for me the other day, the burrito.
You liked it? The pollo asada chicken burrito. You liked that?
I felt like it was very fresh.
Okay.
You know, it's got an expiration date like of a week.
It was in the haul, my last haul video. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I really do like that. That burrito is good. I like to take those to work and eat those for lunch sometimes.
Yeah.
Second pick would be the mochi rice nuggets. Those were pretty good. They're spicy. What was weird about those is like when we first tried them, they were okay. Yeah. But I found myself keep going back and I ate the whole bag.
Oh my god! I don't think I've ever even bought them for you again. Yeah. If you would have told me, I would have bought you some more.
Those are really good.
That's okay. Well, if I see them next time, I'll buy them for you next week. I had no idea that you like those so much.
And I think my third thing would be, and this is more like of a meal. I don't know if this counts, but like I really like the Trader Joe's salmon. And
the everything but the bagel smoked salmon. Like,
you get the bagels for me from Trader Joe's, you get the salmon from Trader Joe's. And then I like to put cream cheese on a bagel with the salmon on top. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A, getting to know us a little bit better. Yeah. And thanks so much for everyone that asked a question. I didn't think I was going to get that many questions, but you guys gave us a lot. So thanks so much. We like doing these videos, and we'll see you guys in next week. Bye.